Good day, students. Today I want to solve problem on exponential equations. Now let's see what's on the board. We are going to do some representation. Now we are having A, the first question, 5 raised to power 2x minus 26, open bracket, 5 raised to power x, close the bracket, plus 25 equal to 0. Now what we need to do is to take these two to the front. It's very important in this type of exponential equation. Now you now have 5 raised power x, close the bracket and bring 2 to the back, to the front. Minus 26, open bracket, 5 raised power x plus 25 equal to 0. You can now do your assumption now by saying let 5 raised power x equals to p. Anywhere you see 5 raised power x, you replace it with p. P now squared minus 26 p plus 25 equals to 0. Here, now this is a quadratic equation. It has formed a quadratic equation. What we need to do is to look at the coefficient of p squared, which is 1. Nothing is written, that's 1, times the constant, 25, equals to 25. This is the first thing to do. You now think of two numbers that when you multiply those two numbers together, it will give you this 25. And at the same time, those two numbers, when you add them together, will give you the coefficient of p, which is minus 26. Now, if you pick this one now, 1 plus 25 will give us 26, and we're having minus 26 here. That's why you have to go further by introducing negative to this and to this. Yeah, when you put negative here, okay, let me write somewhere so that you not be confused. This is the basis. This is where we started from, coefficient of this one and the constant. You now write minus 1 times minus 25. It's using for another numbers. These are the numbers that we're reading about, and it gives us 25. Likewise, you now add those numbers together, minus 1 plus minus 25 will give us minus 1 minus 25 give us minus 26. Sometimes when I'm solving this question like this, I use money to explain money. Now, we are owing someone 1 naira, for example. As in Nigeria we use naira. If you're having 1 naira, you are owing someone 1 naira. This negative showing that you are owing, and also you are owing another person 25 naira. The amount you are owing together because of this negative is 26. You now introduce your negative as 26. Is that okay? Now I want to replace it back to this one, because we are looking for what we can replace with this. Now p squared minus p. Don't write minus 1p. In mathematics, you don't write minus 1p, just minus p. But positive and negative is negative, just write negative. Minus 25p plus 25 equals to 0. Now in this case, when you get to this point, we now factorize. Close two of them together, combine two of them together. Now what's common between p squared and p is p. P, open bracket, p minus, we need 1p, 1. When p goes in p is 1 time, minus what's common, minus 25, open bracket, you're left with p. Negative and positive give us negative. This negative will turn this positive to negative, and you now say 25 goes in 25 1 time, equal to 0. Don't forget that negative times negative is positive. Positive times positive equals positive. Negative times positive is negative. That's what we apply here. Since you have the same thing inside the bracket that are the same, that means that we are right. P minus 1, p minus 1, that's the same. You pick 1. Now we write the outside one, p minus 25. P minus 25. Close the open bracket and close. and pick one of the other one, p minus 1 equals to 0. Now let's say p minus 25 equal to 0, or p minus 1 equals to 0. Now you have p equals to 0. When minus 25 cross equal sign, it turns to positive. P equals to 0 plus 25, or p equals to 0 plus 1. P equals 0 plus 25, that's 25, or p equals to 1. Now we can't stop here, because what we did here is assumption. Let p 5 raised by x equals to p. We go back to it. Now pick them one after the other. When p equals to 25, we want to know what is x. Now say 5 raised by x equals to p. Now say 5 raised by x, what is the value of p? 25. Now say 5 raised by x equals 5 raised by 2. Since the base are the same, you have to equate the index or the power. That's the rule. Okay, now we have therefore our x equals to 2. Okay, now let's see when p equals to 1. Now say 5 raised by x, still repeat the same thing, equals to p. Now say 5 raised by x equals to what are p? 1. And don't forget that we are looking for an expression in which the base are the same, and we now pick 5 raised by 0 is same as 1. Now say 5 raised by x equals 5 raised by 0. When the base are the same, you create the index or the power. You can say therefore x equals to 0. What you have now is x equals to 0, or x equals to 2. Now let's see the second part of the question. B part. We have 5 raised by 2x plus 1 minus 26. 5 raised by x plus 5 equals to 0. Now take x2 to the front. Now 5 raised by x close the bracket 2. It's still the same thing. When you multiply, it will give us 2x back. Now this positive in indices, when you want to express it in form of 5, it will be 5 here. Is that okay? Raised by 1. In indices multiplication, when they are being multiplied together, but when you are raising to power, you pick one of the 5, but you now turn the multiplication to positive. This does stand for multiplication. Minus 26, 5 raised by x plus 5 equals to 0. Now you have 5. This now select 5 raised by x equals to p. Anywhere you see 5 raised by x, you replace with p. You have p squared, this one is p, multiplied by 5 minus 26p plus 5 equals to 0. Now 5p squared, 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by p squared, 5p squared minus 26p plus 5 equals to 0. Okay, now in this case, you now multiply the coefficient of p squared, which is 5, multiplied by the constant 5 equals to 25. Think of two numbers. When you multiply these two numbers, it will give you 25. But when you add it together, 5 plus 5, it will not give us 10. It will not give us minus 26. It will give us 10, which is, we cannot use these numbers. You now think of two numbers that you can multiply together that will give us 25. At the same time, when you add it together, it will give us minus 26. You now think of minus 1 multiplied by minus 25. It will give us 25. And when you add the same number together, When you add the same number together, minus 1 plus minus 25 will give us minus 26. That means that these two numbers go for it. And now replace it in minus 26p with we replace minus 26p with these two numbers. Now 5p squared minus p, don't write minus 1p, minus p minus 25p. Now write this one plus 5 equal to 0. Now let's factorize. We have a negative here. Now what's common? P is common. P, open bracket, we are left with 5p minus 5. P goes in p one time, minus what's common? We're going to factorize out is 5. 5 goes in 25 is 5. P, negative and positive give us negative. 5 goes in 5, 1 equal to 0. Now, since we have the same expression in the bracket, you pick 1. Now we have p minus 5 and 5p minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, now write that p minus 5 equal to 0, or 5p minus 1 equal to 0. In this expression, we are going to write that now collect the like terms. P equal to 0 plus 5 when negative 5 cross the cosine turn to positive, or 5p equals to 1. Okay, p now equals to 0 plus 5, that's 5, or divide both sides by 5 here, 5 here 1, 5 here 1. P now equals to 1 over 5, or 5 raised power minus 1. In indices, 1 over 5 is also 5 raised power minus 1 when you remove the reciprocal. Okay, now we now go back, because we are not going to stop here because we made assumption at the initial stage. We want to get our expression in form of x. Now, what we now have here is, what you have here now is when, now say when p equals to 5, want to know what will be our x. Go back to this expression, 5 raised power x equals to p, okay, and is equals to 5, and let's put 1 on top because it's still the same thing. 5, we are interested in the index. Okay, now since you have it like that, now 5 raised power x equals to 5 raised power 1. Can I equate them? Therefore x is equals to 1. Equate the index. Now when p equals to 1 over 5, okay, our 5 raised power x, to go back to the assumption 5 over x equals to p and is equal to 1 over 5, which is equal to 5 raised power minus 1. Now say 5 raised power x is equal to 5 raised power minus 1. Okay, our x now equate it, since the base are the same, equate the power, x equals to minus 1. Therefore x equals to 1, or x equals to minus 1. Okay, this is the end of our class. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can have access to the latest video. Have a wonderful day.